This presentation of the big game is made possible through the kind support of Tangipahoa Parish Tourism, your guide to the crossroads of Louisiana. North Oaks Health System, improving lives every time, every touch. Gateway Ford, Gateway gives the deal. And the Northshore Community Foundation, you can make a difference, we make it easy.
Tangipahoa Parish is home to the strawberry capital of the world and the premier destination for family fun and adventure. Whether you're looking to visit one of our historic museums, grab a bite to eat at our amazing restaurants, or attend an exciting local event, there's always something to do in Tangipahoa Parish. Tangipahoa Tourism is proud to support the Southeastern Channel in its mission to educate and inspire young media professionals right here in Tangipahoa Parish, the crossroads of Louisiana.
Drop, yo.
I think this is a great place to live, a great place to raise a family. This is just a place that we love. I think it is your responsibility to support that community that you're in. And that's something that we've always done here and something we're very proud of. Sponsoring Little League and sponsoring the high school and sponsoring the university. And I just feel like that's as much of our responsibility to be visible in the community and show that we're here and we're a part of what's going on with our neighbors and our customers.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Big Game. I'm Avion Dotch alongside Quirk, and for this episode, we'll be taking a look at the Lady Lions volleyball team.
We'll also take a look at both baseball and softball on campus.
But first, a look at the last few weeks into the Lions football team. Southeastern football has opened up conference play hot. After beating UTRGV in their conference opener, here is Miles Edward with the update on the gridiron.
The Southeastern Lions football team has looked very strong during their 4-game win streak. In a hostile rivalry game against McNeese 2 weeks ago, the Lions tallied up 2 turnovers and 418 total yards of offense in a dominant 38-0 win over the Cowboys. Next week against Northwestern State, the Lions had another stellar performance with 402 yards of offense, including a punt return and a 49-0 win on homecoming. The Lions are now 3-0 in the Southland and 5-2 overall with a matchup with Houston Christian this Saturday. We'll see if the Lions can keep up this momentum. From the Big Game, I'm Miles Edwards.
The Lions baseball team is back to practice, holding scrimmages all throughout this week after last year's 38-win season that not only saw them win the regular season title within the Southland. Last season also saw them go deep into the conference tournament until they lost to the eventual runner-ups in Northwestern State. The Lion faithful are more than excited as they are set to welcome to Hammond 2 Louisiana baseball mainstays in the defending national champion LSU Tigers on November 9th and the Southern University Jaguars on November 16th. Both games are for 1 p.m. on their respective Sundays.
Still in the diamond, the Lady Lions are defending Southland Conference softball championships and are gearing up for another season after a career year for Coach Rick Freeman, featuring a first-round berth in the college softball tournament. Here's what Freeman and Maria Detillier think about the upcoming season.
The Southeastern Louisiana Lady Lions are back and hungry for another championship season. Coming off last year's season at the Southland Conference title, expectations are high for the 2025-2026 squad.
We went through that complete overhaul last year. A lot of those players returned. We added some transfers out of the portal, some incoming freshmen. We feel the pitching staff is stronger, and anytime that you got veteran innings returning, it's a beautiful thing. So I think we're right where we need to be at this point this season.
As a veteran hitter, Maria Detillier is ready to lead the charge. Last season, she put up impressive numbers, and this year, she's setting her standards even higher.
Put the team first this season. Just focusing on each other and getting better each day. Do what we did last year plus more.
With experience, talent, and leadership in the forefront, the Lady Lions are ready to make the 2025 season another memorable season. From your SCLU softball field, I'm Avion Dotch, and I'm with the big game.
The Southeastern's men's golf team closed out their fall schedule with a 5th-place finish in the LA Tour Intercollegiate, shooting 12 under par for the tournament. Senior Griffin Dorr led the team, finishing 10 under par throughout his final 2 rounds. The Lions have shot under par in 3 of the 5 tournaments this fall, with 5 different lineups for each tournament.
The Southeastern Lady Lions found themselves in the San Antonio Volleyball Showdown with the 10-10 Incarnate World Lady Cards at the 22nd. Coach Lee McBride and Lions took care of business, sweeping the Cards out of the gym in a 3-0 win. This win helps the Lady Lions stay on race to lead the conference alongside SFA and UTRGV, who both sit above the Lady Lions by a single win.
We're going to take a break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to New Orleans for a look at the Saints' last 3 weeks, and then up north for the MLB postseason as they near crowning a champion. The Big Game will be right back.
Are you ready for your future? At Southeastern Louisiana University, you can explore your passions. You'll gain inspiring career experiences and personal support to build meaning for your life ahead. Our high-value degree programs and reputation for excellence make Southeastern a smart financial choice. Wherever you want to go in life, Southeastern can help you get there.
Welcome back to the Big Game. The NFL season is passing by quickly. To help make sense of all the drama surrounding the Superdome, here is Big Game reporter Kendrick Allen.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, is what much of the Who Dat Nation would say when it comes to the last 3 weeks of play for the Saints. Perhaps the best time of the last few weeks was the comeback win over Jackson Dart's Giants, in which the Saints defense got hot and locked in, and held the Giants to 0 points in the second half to beat New York 14-26, giving the Black and Gold their first win of the season after a very shaky start. Next week, another quote-unquote best time, as the Swiss Army knife Taysom Hill made his return from injury and even scored a touchdown. But it would be the only one New Orleans would score all game, as they would fall at home to the Patriots in a 25-19 loss. The Saints would then end their homestand and go up north to Chicago to face a young and hungry Bears team. And even though Chris Olave would have a monster game, taking 2 of his 5 catches down for touchdowns, that performance wasn't enough. The Saints would this time be on the losing end of a 26-14 score, while being ran out of Chicago by a 124-yard rush game by DeAndre Swift. However, things weren't all bad as the Saints left Chicago, as Alvin Kamara trade rumors were shut down as quickly as they formed, as many believed he could be on his way out. But words by the man himself served as calming for the Who Dat Nation.
Talked about it, and we was like, we was looking at each other like little Spider-Man meme. Like, did I say something? Because I don't know where that came from. But I think I've been vocal enough that that I don't know where that came from. But I don't want to go anywhere, you know, and I've said it countless times. Y'all know that. I think everybody knows that. The fan base knows that. And at the end of the day, it's business, you know. So, you know, I don't go upstairs, and I don't have an office upstairs. Yeah. I got an office in Charlotte at NASCAR, but I don't got an office upstairs, so I don't really sit in those meetings, and I don't really know what happens up there. I just gotta, you know, keep my head down, and, you know, I don't know. If I was a GM, I guess I would go to the player and be like, hey, we trading you, just so you know. So if Mickey come downstairs and say that, then I'm going to drink a pina colada.
Now, the Saints get ready for the next 4 weeks, playing all of their opponents in that time period. Only time will tell what happens next. For the big game, I'm Kendrick Allen.
The Major League Baseball scene is only heating up as the weather gets colder. The postseason is almost done. Here is Adam Shakesnider with the scoop on how it's going.
Is finally here after the Blue Jays win in Monday night's Game 7 matchup against the Mariners. This ALCS was shaped up to be an instant classic, and that it was. With Seattle striking first, taking the first 2 games in Toronto, then Toronto found their offense and won the next 2 in Seattle. But in Game 5, Seattle battled to take the series lead with a huge 8th inning grand slam by Eugenio Suarez before heading back to Toronto.
Another 2-2. It's another fastball. It's driven the other way. It's got a chance. It's a grand slam.
In Game 6, the Blue Jays powered through Logan Gilbert and got the win, which left us with a Game 7 featuring a classic pitching matchup with Brian Wu for Seattle and Shane Bieber for Toronto. The whole game, it looked like Seattle would be heading to their first World Series with a 3-1 lead heading into the 7th. But George Springer had other plans.
Send this Blue Jays crowd into a frenzy. The 1-0 pitch. High fly ball. Left field. Arozarena. Watches it go.
4-3 Blue Jays. And that was all she wrote. Jeff Hoffman comes in, gets the 3 outs, and sends the Blue Jays to their first World Series since 1993. The NLCS, on the other hand, was a breeze for the Dodgers as they win 4 straight with a performance to remember by Shohei Ohtani in Game 4 after striking out 10 and hitting 3 home runs. This performance gave Ohtani his first National League Championship MVP, easily guiding the Dodgers into their 2nd World Series in a row. The Blue Jays and Dodgers will face off for Game 1 on Friday, with Blake Snell on the mound for the Dodgers and Trey Savage for the Blue Jays, shaping up to be an instant classic Game 1. Reporting from the big game, I'm Adam Shakesnider.
Time for a break, but when we're going to come back, we're going to wrap up the show up with a look at the Pelicans and NBA as a whole on opening week with some pick and roll. Don't go anywhere. The big game will be right back.
This presentation of the big game is made possible through the kind support of Tangipahoa Parish Tourism, your guide to the crossroads of Louisiana. North Oaks Health System, improving lives every time, every touch. Gateway Ford, Gateway gives the deal. And the Northshore Community Foundation, you can make a difference, we make it easy.
Tangipahoa Parish is home to the strawberry capital of the world and the premier destination for family fun and adventure. Whether you're looking to visit one of our historic museums, grab a bite to eat at our amazing restaurants, or attend an exciting local event, there's always something to do in Tangipahoa Parish. Tangipahoa Tourism is proud to support the Southeastern Channel in its mission to educate and inspire young media professionals right here in Tangipahoa Parish, the crossroads of Louisiana.
Drop, yo.
I think this is a great place to live, a great place to raise a family. This is just a place that we love. I think it is your responsibility to support that community that you're in. And that's something that we've always done here and something we're very proud of. Sponsoring Little League and sponsoring the high school and sponsoring the university. And I just feel like that's as much of our responsibility to be visible in the community and show that we're here and we're a part of what's going on with our neighbors and our customers.
Welcome back to the big game. The Pelicans had a more than active offseason, and it's finally time for fans to see the product put onto the floor. For more, here is big game reporter Lucas Hill.
After a disappointing 21-61 finish last year, the New Orleans Pelicans are looking for a major turnaround, and this year's squad has plenty of reasons for optimism. With first-round draft picks such as Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, both of which are expected to play key roles in the Pelicans' front five, and with the biggest headline of all, Zion Williamson, who is entering the season in the best shape of his career, with coaches and teammates saying that his conditioning and focus have completely transformed heading into the season. And with a re-energized roster, a promising rookie class, and a healthy core, it's make or break for Willie Green as the Pelicans are looking to bring winning basketball back to New Orleans this year. For the big game, I'm Lucas Hill.
Now on to some pick and roll. So, Allie, the NBA season just underwent, and they had a whole bunch of games that happened just the other day. So how do you feel about the rookie class this year and how they're going to go forward into their rookie?
I think that this draft class had amazing athletes. Honestly, the rookie out of Baylor, BJ Edgecombe, I think he did great. He mentioned that he was going to transition well from college basketball to the NBA, and I think that he succeeded in that. He exploded on offense. He had 34 points, which set a 76ers franchise record, and he had 5 out of the 13 three-pointers for the game.
Indeed, the generator did look good, and it's interesting to see how that lineup with him, McCain, Maxey are all gonna, go together. Another rookie you want to talk about, Cooper Flagg. Got to say his debut was not the greatest. He did go up against one of the best players in the league in Victor Wembanyama, which if y'all didn't think Victor Wembanyama was here, that man is here now, he got 40 points in one game with, I think, 3 blocks and 10 rebounds around that. Crazy. For a 7-footer, hitting step-back threes, you never seen anything like it. So having to go up against that, Cooper Flagg probably wasn't put in the best position, but you have any thoughts on Cooper Flagg?
Yes, I think he underperformed for his debut this past week. With a person of his size, and he doesn't typically play that position being at the 1, I think that he will prove in the future to be great for the Mavericks because of his passing instincts and playmaking styles at the 1, even though that's not typically something that he does. His head coach, Jason Kidd, he used to coach in Milwaukee and coach with Giannis. I think he's going along the same scheme with Giannis, which made him the primary ball handler for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I think that that's what he's trying to do here for the Mavericks, and I think that that will prove to be well for him in the future.
Oh, most definitely. And going off that, over in Texas, the other part of Texas, they're having no point guards, basically. They have an Amin Thompson, a 6'7" forward, playing their PG because Fred VanVleet has been out with a major injury. Shepherd didn't look that great, didn't get a lot of minutes from him. Their guard play is kind of lackluster, and that kind of hurt them down in the stretch due to, Kevin Durant doing a timeout. Bro didn't know what he was doing. That's the reason why you have a point guard on the field, just to make plays and, understand the time and what's happening, how many timeouts you have. So I think that's an interesting thing the league is going to. Now, this is big ball now. Nothing but the average height was 6'10", which is crazy for an NBA franchise. We had in 2016, it was small ball. You had Draymond Green playing the center. Now we're having 7-footers. We having 7'7" guys we talked about in Victor Wembanyama playing. The league is shaking up to be something kind of different this year.
I agree. Now transitioning from the NBA to the college realm, what players do you think will prove to be well for Southeastern basketball here?
Oh man, Southeastern basketball, you gotta love it, man. It's the hometown. The guy that I gotta say is former freshman of the year, Elise, and now his sophomore year, I feel like he's going to showcase all of his prowess that he had in the beginning of the year. I believe he averaged 10, 4, and 5, and for a freshman, that is nothing to be like underlooked. That is great, and his statistical gainage that he's going to get throughout the season by getting more reps in as a starter, and then you lose all the seniors that we had, and he's going to get more minutes, and he's going to fill out to his frame. 6'6", I believe, almost 6'7". He's about to be able to dunk that thing like it's nothing. So I think he's going to be someone to look out for.
Yes, totally. I agree.
Indeed. That'll do it for this episode of Big Game. For more information on Lions Athletics, please visit www.lionsports.net. And for more of us here at the Big Game, visit the Southeastern Channel. So from Ali, Quirk, and the entire Big Game crew, I'm Avion Dotch. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.